Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we're going to talk about the tests that you are focusing so hard to get 90 percentile, 95 percentile on. Are they really worth it? That's what we're going to be discussing in this video. So, I know a lot of you are looking at tests like the GRE, the Gmat, the Toefl, the Ielts, all of these tests that are exactly, what do they call them? They call them standardized tests. These are standardized tests, and you may understand that, let's say that you're from a field of medicine, you've studied medicine all your life, and now they're asking you to take the test of the GRE, which is testing you on math and English, which you've never really even mastered. So, these tests are standardized tests. When you actually go on for your degree, doesn't matter which field you're going for, you can go for computer science, which is highly math intensive at times. You might even know that. So, still, it doesn't matter. Your GRE, your GMAT, all of these tests, you don't really need a super high score on it. And this is a myth, okay, that you need to have a 330 on the GRE or you need to have a 760 on the GMAT. It doesn't work like that. It's not true at all. And even people with a little lower scores get in, and that happens. And you're gonna think that, yeah, these are exceptions, right? Like these people have exceptionally good profiles. No, that's not it. It's actually the opposite. You see, the GRE, the GMAT, and especially the Toefl and Ielts also, these are just standardized tests. These are used as thresholds. As long as you are above a particular level, you're good to go. If for instance, if you're a lot of people take the GRE, I know that you guys are following me. You may be interested more in the GRE than the GMAT. That's okay. But if you're thinking that you need to score 320 plus, that doesn't work like that. It's not necessary. Even if you have maybe a 315, maybe a 312, that's good enough for most universities. Even if you're applying to the top 10 universities, you don't need more than a 318, 15 or something like that. Okay, that's good enough. Because these tests are just going to get a tick mark next to your profile that, alright, one more tick mark. If you need 10 tick marks, that's just one tick mark. And you need to focus on a lot of other things. You need to have research. A lot of people tell me, hey, if I get a good score on the GRE, can I get a scholarship from the university? Can I expect that? I'm trying to get a scholarship, man, and that's why I'm working so hard on the GRE. I'm trying to get 330 plus. It doesn't work like that. I'm sorry. That's not the criteria for scholarships. That's just a standardized test that, no matter which field you're from, they're just taking it so that, they want to know that you can basically go into graduate school. You have the basic ability to understand math and English. And that's really it. You don't really get scholarships based on your GRE score. I've never seen anyone get a scholarship based on their GRE score personally. That a university has said that, hey, you have a 340 on the GRE, so we are offering you a scholarship. No, I've never seen that happen. And if I've never seen that happen in so many years, I'm really, really sure about that there are other things that matter more. Let me tell you what matters more to a university, especially top ranked universities. It matters because, research is what matters to them, first off. That's important. I need you to know that. That's why I gave it to you straight away. Research matters to them. Look at the top 10 universities, no matter which field you're from. Look at the top 10 and how did they get to the top 10, and you'll realize that they are the top 10 because they have cutting edge research happening there. Top class research, top class researchers, top class research facilities, the infrastructure, all of that, is available to you. And why are they the top universities? Because so many companies, so many institutions, so many, even non-profits are funding these universities. They're funding them for the research that they're doing. Okay, and you can see that, these universities, when they do research, their students do the research, it's usually very, very revered. People actually pay attention to it. If Harvard Business Review today releases an article, you would probably want to go ahead and read it. So that's how their reputation is built. It's all research, and you need to understand that research is important. Now this depends on your program as well. If you're going for, let's say, an MBA, then research is probably not that important. Then your work experience is important. You need to have 4 or 5 years of work experience in the relevant field, right? Then there's other things that are also important, such as your, soft skills. That's taken up again, when you are interviewing for the MBA program, there's a lot of interviews that happen, right? When you apply for MBA programs, chances are you'll probably be sitting down with a person from the university, and you'll be basically giving an interview over there. So all of these things count. Remember, don't focus on just these tests, especially the Ielts and the Toefl. These tests are literally, you just need more than a particular level of scores, more than the minimum requirements. More than that, it's not even required. People think that teaching assistantships, they look at your Ielts scores, they look at your Toefl scores. No, I mean, yes, you should not be below a particular level. Like, you shouldn't have maybe an 18 on the Ielts speaking section. Something like that would definitely mean that you're not, eligible to teach someone, right? But as long as you're above 25 on all sections, you're good to go. Even above 24, 23, you're good to go. You're fine. Okay, you can convey your points, you can understand someone else, you can clarify someone else's doubts. So that's what matters, okay? And that's what they're trying to see. When they want your Ielts or your Toefl scores, it's not that they're thinking of giving you a scholarship based on that. No, they're just looking for basic skills. Would you be able to understand, communicate in English? Well, if the answer is yes, you're good enough. That's just one more tick mark, okay? So keep that in mind. Don't focus on these tests so much that you forget about those other 8 tick marks. That's your profile, your GPA, your research, all of these things, your work-ex, they are more important. Trust me, guys, this is something that I've learned the hard way. I used to think that the tests are so important that I need to score 340, 330 on it. It doesn't work like that. It's not as important as you think. Okay, and with that, I hope that you gained some knowledge. I just wanted to give you some perspective, because a lot of you guys are so focused. I really appreciate that. First off, I really love that. But at the same time, make sure that you're focusing on the right things. It doesn't have to be that, maybe you spend 2 more months preparing for the GRE just to make sure that you get a 5-point increment. Is it really worth it if you're already standing at 325? The answer is no. Okay, so remember that, and hopefully this will help you. Let me know if there's anything else you need help with. That's one big myth for you that's been broken down today, and hopefully that's something that you can use and utilize in your admissions process. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.